What is up, people? We got a story out of Texas. The principal clearly had some unsavory opinions towards a specific group of students within her establishment that didn't go over well with the rest of the community. Let's have a deeper look into it, shall we?
Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
Before I play this clip, I do want to say real quick that your opinion is your opinion. I'm not about to sit here and crucify her, but I do want to give a little pushback. We got to stop with some of these narratives. That's all I'm gonna say off the rip. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into the footage.
Texas school now has a new interim principal. This is as the school reviews what it calls a recent incident. Well, parents and students say that incident is a meeting called by the principal with black students only to blame them for the school's state accountability rating. Here's Meredith Yeomans.
For more than 2 years, Chandra Hooper Barnett has been principal of Woodrow Wilson High School in Dallas, a school that announced today has a new temporary leader.
It happened fairly quickly, which is great.
Jennifer Bush's son is a sophomore at Woodrow, who says he was among more than 100 black students called into the auditorium Friday by the principal.
Principal Barnett had told them that they were the reason why the school has a B rating. I guess with the TEA, right? And she said it in a derogatory manner.
Bush says the meeting developed into a discussion about creating a black social club in the school, and that to her, none of it made sense.
And I told him, I was like, I'm going to call the school tomorrow. And he's like, you're going to call the school?
But before she could, Hooper Barnett sent a letter to parents and students Sunday saying the decision to hold the meeting and the discussion that transpired was not appropriate. She says she takes full responsibility and ownership for what occurred. Hooper Barnett's letter to the community said, quote, I want to assure you that it was never my intent to single out or cause harm to any group of students. I understand my actions and decisions have caused disappointment and frustration, and for that, I sincerely apologize.
I was shocked because I know that Principal Barnett is a black woman. So I was very shocked that she would say something like that.
Danielle Peters has been named interim principal while the school says it reviews details of the incident. In Dallas, Meredith Yeomans, NBC5.
Can we be honest? Just for the sake of sakes. The decline in education goes just beyond the principal, her comments. If there's any issues within the education system, you need to dig a little deeper and go past just the students. You got to look at the parents, right? Because the parents essentially send these children off into the world and into these buildings, carrying things from home that might not be very conducive to their education period. Bad attitudes, disciplinary issues don't come from me. If your parents ain't really being direct and on top of your helmet every time, if they ain't teach you manners and how to be respectful, and they ain't teach you how to know the difference between playtime and actually locking in and taking these opportunities for what they're worth, guess what? They're going to go to school and play around. They're not going to have much respect for your staff. And that goes all across the board. It's not based on a specific color. But if we being honest, a lot of our Black community don't really give a shit about disciplining their kids. Put it this way, everybody got a badass child out here somewhere. White, Black, Hispanic. But to target any group and you are a principal, you know better. You already know they coming for your head. Black woman at that. Now, we're not going to sit here and pretend like the Black culture does not support or celebrate this egregious behavior from the children in these schools, because you do. A lot of your kids are bullies. A lot of your kids skip class. They be fucking in the hallways and in the stairwells, smoking and all type of shit, popping pills in the bathroom, all that. We're not going to pretend like it don't happen, but white students, they are doing shit like that too. If you want to really put blame on anyone, start looking at the parents, start looking at the staff, start looking at the board. What are you putting in the books? What are you putting in the classrooms? What are you doing to ensure the safety of your students? Are they comfortable? Are they being taught in a way that allows them to actually want to learn? Like, there's so many factors to it that would make the decline in the GPA and all that happen, and it is not exclusive to Black children. That's all I want to point out. Something to think about.
Welcome aboard the flight. This is pilot Pusha talking. We going back to Memphis and coming straight from New Orleans. The estimated time of arrival is about an hour, and I can turn your ghost if you try and play with my power. So when you look up and see the sun flashing, stay in your seat. If the flight attendant say you making trouble, then we got beef. The turbulence might get rocky. You better not spill your food. This is bread and plain if you get